Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early August 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get going immediately and get right down to business. Start you off with an oracle card so we could breeze on into this reading nice and smooth. For the lovely Aquarius collective, I hope you're all doing fine, my friends. Fantastic. Let's see what's up, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which I always find interesting. But let's get this first card out here. What's up with Aquarius, please? Thank you. Okay, so we do have this High Priestess type of energy. I feel like I've seen this show up for a couple signs in recent weeks. Interesting way to start off every kind of spread. Very spiritual, very in-depth when it comes to intuition and feeling. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on social media, my handle on all platforms is at kyleofcupsoracle. Please feel free to hit me up on the platform of your choice. Everything except Facebook. Into the reading we go. Enough of the plugs. If you look at this lovely, wise-looking woman, she's in front of that crystal ball. There's a key. Inside that ball, there's a lockbox. So to me, this does allude to esoteric, hidden, or powerful knowledge. Some of you could be on a quest for learning and knowing certain things. But this is very tied into spirituality and the realm of feeling and intuition. So in this time, just know that your intuition might be spiking. You might feel like something's in the air or something's coming at you. You could be very much energetically sensitive. So just know when this starts off a reading, the energy of others could be affecting you more than you realize, okay? People you're connected to, even places, have very powerful energetic imprints. So when I see her there, aside from following your gut intuition and having interest in knowledge and spirituality, just know that other energies could be influencing you. I would suggest some crystals and grounding, cleansing, you know the deal. But let's get into the full reading itself. It's an interesting way to start, but I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. As I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So what do we got for Aquarius? So last week's reading was titled Explosive Action Incoming. The week before that was a powerful revelation. So I just want to say over the last 2 weeks, there's been a strong energy around the Aquarius collective. Okay. I don't know if things have been staying the same or things have been changing. There's been a powerful undercurrent of energy around the collective. So we're going to see what we have this week. Hopefully things have been okay for you. But yeah, let's get these first 3 cards out. I always say this is just a little energetic snapshot. It could represent other people in your sphere. Only take it how it hits. You know the deal. Okay, we got the 6 of Wands in the beginning. This is a good way to start. You know, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Let's get 2 more out here. That's one of the best cards in the whole deck. That's a great way to start. Okay, we got the 6 of Cups, so we got double 6s. You might want to look into repeating 6s, number signs. You know the deal. Let's get 1 more out here. Very giving type of energies. Let's get 1 more. Very, very giving. Okay, we do have the 8 of Swords on the back end, so it does look like we're going to have a mixed bag here, Aquarius, and that doesn't surprise me. I say it every week that I love reading for you guys because the readings are always super layered, and that's what it's going to be this week. But we're going to go through, I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll dig a little deeper into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So position number 1, the 6 of Wands. Like I said, it's one of the most powerful, positive types of cards in the whole entire tarot deck. Notice you see this person, it looks like they're being celebrated. Pardon me. So for some of you, this could be about a victory, a triumph, overcoming something, gaining public notoriety as well, getting kudos for the good things you've done. Could be all in the cards, literally, when this shows up. So something could really swing your way. We're going to want to clarify this. Aside from that, if we're looking at the inverse, every card has a positive and negative. The negative of this could be a person in your life that's a bit egotistical, a little full of themselves. Now, moving to the center, very deep card here with the 6 of Cups. This is a big card of history. It's a big card of memories. So when we have this, it could represent, hey, you might just be reminiscing more than usual, thinking back on the past, thinking back on memories. This could represent people that you have a long time history and bond with when this card shows up. Another little sub note with this, aside from past and people of the past, and memories. This card to me is very giving, emotionally giving as well. Okay, so you might be feeling a little more generous than you normally are, especially with the double sixes. This is charitable in a sense. So we're going to see what that's about when we clarify. Now, moving to the very back end, this is where we get a little energetic hiccup. The Eight of Swords. To me, this card could represent somebody that's feeling a little trapped. Yes, there are energies of nervousness, anxiety, somebody who's up in their head, overthinking. But when I see this, I think of some sort of imprisonment, whether it's a mental imprisonment, whether it's feeling like you're stuck in a situation, stuck in a rut, stuck wherever. This card represents that. The positive of this is that anyone can break free. This is a fleeting type of energy. Like, it's not permanent imprisonment, so to speak. This, aside from the overthinking and the mental, it's just very on edge, and it's making me feel on edge just reading it. Now, also, that person is wearing a blindfold, so there are little hints of mystery as well. So we're going to want to dive deeper in all this, Aquarius. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Aquarius Collective. My gods, talk to me. What do we got for the Aquarius Collective? And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Six of Wands. And as always, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to the Aquarius Collective, you can just drop it down below. I don't mind. So let's go in on this Six of Wands, please. Why is it here? Why is it here? Really want to get through all of these to the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is some sort of long-fought victory or something that you've earned. This isn't something that's come easy with the Ten of Wands underneath this Six of Wands. Like, this is somebody that either has or is willing to fight the good fight to get what they want. So when I see this, I think of either a long-awaited win or some sort of burden lifting, like, finally, I've reached the end of the finish line. Like, I did it, I completed it, I'm victorious, I win. Okay, that's how this feels to me. Sometimes the road to success is not easy. I'd say most times it's very difficult. And that's what this card represents to me. Some of you could be overcoming physical ailments and physical burdens in this time as well. But I do feel like somebody achieving some sort of great victory here after a long, hard-fought battle. Okay, so maybe some of you are in that mode. Like, hey, it doesn't matter how long or how hard I have to fight. I will make a success of myself, or I will turn this around. There's a lot of fiery motivation here. And it's a very positive omen to me. Usually when a Ten of Wands comes in, it's burdensome, it's clunky. But this to me is a big victory here. Hard fought, long fought, reaching that finish line. So we're going to go in on that Six of Cups. We'll see what that's about. Interesting, Aquarius. Let's go in on that Six of Cups, see what that's about. We're just going to keep this moving. Of course, it can mean other things as well, so please feel free to give us your input. I don't mind. What's the Six of Cups here? Thank you. Yeah. All right, yeah, we have the Five of Wands underneath the Six of Cups. This could represent somebody that you have a long, dicey history with. If not that, you might have some sort of head bumping or falling out with somebody that you've been connected to for a long time. That's just how this is feeling, all right? Because you ever know, like, there's a friend that was always kind of like a frenemy, or a family member where you always bumped heads. That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up here with the Six of Cups and Five of Wands. Like, yeah, you love each other, but you're always bumping heads about something. Like, you don't see eye to eye. They're showing up here in this spread, if that's making sense, if that sounds like someone to you. Now, for another portion, like I said, beware of conflict with those closest to you. Beware of conflict with close friends, family, people you've known for a long time, because that's possible here. Okay? Like, not seeing eye to eye. This is fighting like cats and dogs, so this is a bit of a warning. Okay? But I'm not going to get hung up on this. I don't feel like it's treacherous or anything like that. Sometimes we just don't see eye to eye with people, and that's okay. Right? That's okay. We're going to keep moving. But just know that in the coming days and weeks, that's a possibility, right? Someone you have close bonds with or have known for a long time could step on your toes. We're going to see what's up with the Eight of Swords. Then we'll do a recap, because I feel like we're looking at a lot of different things here, Aquarius. So why is this Eight of Swords here for my friends, please? Thank you. Yeah, Chariot in reverse. This is somebody really like not being able to progress forward for some reason. They're like thinking themselves into a paralysis. For some of you, this could represent a very high-strung Cancerian. But the overall thing here, when we see the Chariot, we think of forward movement, forward progress. And there are a lot of cards of not moving on and cards of the past showing up in this spread. So just be cognizant of that. This is somebody that is like so nervous or high-strung about something that they're not pushing themselves forward. So if you look in this box, we have two completely opposite sides of a coin here. In the front end here, we have the Six of Wands with the Ten of Wands, somebody walking that road no matter how tough it was. And then on the end, the Eight of Swords with the Chariot in reverse, somebody thinking themselves into paralysis. So you might be dealing with a situation where it's a coin flip like that, like you just got to keep moving, you got to keep going. If not, you're going to be stuck. Like that's the vibe here. But aside from that, I don't want to get too preachy or anything like that, right? I know it's easier said than done, all these things I'm saying, but this Eight of Swords with the Chariot in reverse is absolutely telling me that someone is extremely high-strung and they're thinking themselves into a paralysis. So if this is somebody you care about, if this is someone you care for, you might want to give them some words of encouragement, all right? Because they could be psyching themselves out and setting themselves up for failure. Okay, because these are two opposite ends. Let's go through and talk about these, Aquarius. And like I always say, if this doesn't hit for you, it's all good. Please feel free to, check your other alignments or just keep your eyes open in the coming days too, because that does happen. But here in the box, before we get into the shadow card, position number one, we have the Six of Wands with the Ten of Wands in the upright. To me, this is victory after a long, hard fought battle, right? Somebody, crossing the finish line, putting a lot of effort in. For some of you, you could be overcoming physical ailments or feeling rough. Like this is overcoming triumphant type of energy. Victory feels good. In the center, and like I said, two opposite ends of the spectrum in this spread as well. So something could go one of two ways. But in the center, we have the Six of Cups with the Five of Wands in the upright. You might not be seeing eye to eye with somebody right now. This is a warning about getting into conflict with close family members or friends or people you have history with. That could happen in the coming days and weeks. Or this could just represent a person that you two have just never been on the same page, whether it's a sibling, whether it's a cousin, whether it's an old schoolmate. Like you love each other, you care for each other, but there's just something about you. It's like oil and water. They might be showing up here in the spread. On the back end, we have the Eight of Swords with the Chariot in reverse. So if you're not dealing with a high-strung Cancer, to me, this is somebody who's very nervous, very anxious, thinking themselves into a paralysis. So it's completely opposite what we have in the front. So know that somebody might be doing that, okay? Someone might need your assistance as well, but somebody could really be not able to move forward or move on. So please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you one shadow card here, my friends. We're going to shuffle it up one time and see what we got in the shadows for the Aquarius Collective. That reading got pretty deep, in my opinion. Okay, get one card out here for you. Let's see what's going on with the Aquarians, my guides. Like, there was a mixed bag for sure, and that happens. Wow, that shadow card popped out super, super quick. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles here. Interesting that this is an element that wasn't in the main part of the spread. Now, what does the Three of Pentacles usually speak of? Teamwork makes the dream work, right? People working together in a group. This could speak about the community at large, but for some reason, there might be shadows in regards to the ways you make your money or work situations. Just know that in the coming days and weeks, okay? I know we were covering a lot of different topics in the main spread itself, but the Three of Pentacles, to me, there might be somebody that just doesn't work well in a group or doesn't work well with other people, and it's more of like a lone wolf type of energy that's showing up in the shadows, okay? You're going to really want to watch how you spend in this time, what you spend your money on, and how much of yourself you give to others, okay? When I see the Three of Pentacles, all right? Don't give too much of yourself. Conserve a little for yourself when I see this. But for some of you, it could just be a messed up work situation that needs to be looked at and solved, okay? So yeah, Aquarius, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of Dreams. It's one of my favorites. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot suit you think is the most positive, whether it's Cups, Pentacles, Swords, Wands. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.